Right, Dragon Beach. Explore. It's green. So probably don't have to fight it.
Frozen ground in the middle of a swamp. What's going on? A winter dragon!
The dragon stares you down with flinty, intelligent eyes. He tries to speak, but his jaw is bound tightly by the same thick chains that shackled him to the pillars.
Actually somewhat worried that he's going to try to automatically talk with me. Choosing the closest one of our party. It would not be Lose. Okay, losers, could you...
The dragon rakes the earth with ice and quakes from the impact knock you back. The freed dragon looks sick and pale. As you approach, he stretches his tattered wings weakly and fixes his intense gaze upon you. Frozen tears glint in his eyes.
My gratitude for your efforts, friend. Yet I am no more free now than I was in those chains. Please, help me find true liberty, or sing me to the endless slumber. But of course that must be why you stand before me. Slane called to Lady Death, and here you are. A coincidence?
Tell Slane it's a coincidence. You are not the Reaper.
Ah. My fate, it seems, is not my own to call. My soul is bound to joyless obedience. Purged of my source by the wickedest of witches, I stand enthralled to her every whim. She has only to command, and my traitorous body complies.
Ask Slane who chained him here and purge his source.
The witch Rebecca. I was in love with her once. For the smallest slight, really a trifle, she wielded a purging wand against me, enslaving me to her will. Now only my voice remains my own.
Inquire as to why the witch left him chained here.
She trekked far underground beneath a nearby tower seeking ingredients for her vile potions. I can feel her dark heart beating within my own even from here. I await her return, yet I would prefer to welcome death in the sight of her face again.
Ask how a fierce dragon could allow himself to be enslaved.
Allow? I did not choose this. As I am quite sure, you did not choose any number of indignities in your own life. Least of all your presence on this hellish isle.
Okay, is there any way you could help Slane to be truly free?
That you would even ask such a question of a stranger already in your debt. There is much goodness within you, but this task would not be easy. Rebecca is a canny one, cat to your mouse. She consumed all my source with her purging wand. So long as she holds it, she has absolute control over me. If you could retrieve it for me, I could be free again.
So get the wand or kill him or ignore him. Assure Slane you will seek to retrieve the purging wand.
You would have my gratitude, and whatever aid I can then offer to you.
Okay, what exactly are we supposed to do with the wand? As long as she holds it, she has absolute control over me. So, purging wands seem to have other uses besides killing people. South. That's a lot of traps. Actually, I'm more worried about the oil spreading than anything else. We just want to break these oil lines so they don't spread when inevitably we screw something up and things ignite. That way the damage will be more localized. Necrofire. Is it your weapon? Set Necrofire for 1 turn, 50% chance of success. Yes. Because they don't have armor. That's slightly problematic. Mirage mines. These are the ones that disappear.
Are my eyes fooling me?
Yeah. We'll pick a track here and move along that.
Are my eyes fooling me?
Yeah, they're fooling you. Not in the way you think. Some of the mirage mines at least are real.
Are my eyes fooling me?
We can probably throw this there. Okay, not bad, not bad. The battle stomp ability is fantastic. A lot of different uses. Almost no situation where it can't be used at least a little bit. That's a lot of corpse piles. It has to be the rose thing. Also, a single path with elevated locations surrounding it. Yeah, and there's a guy at the end of it. Radeka the Witch. Could it be a fight? Could it be possibly, maybe? Still, I'm not sure where we would want to position ourselves. Probably at least the sides will be occupied by something. I think I'd like to get control of this end. It's easier, so we'll have to split apart a little bit. Right, you're the main damage dealer, really. That's actually harder
What is
harder
this place?
to reach than I thought. She has teleportation, so even if there's not all that much trouble here, she can reach other targets quickly. Beast and Lose will move forward. Blood Roses. Red Prince will whatever. See how this works.
A tall woman stands amid a field of corpses, some fresh, some ancient. The sour smell of them stings your nostrils, your eyes. As you draw nearer, the stench blooms into a humid flavor you can almost taste.
She's fine. She's not good or amazing.
The woman turns to you, bitten lips parting into a grin. She tucks a small bunch of black-red roses into a leather strap across her left hip and, preparing to curtsy, offers you a hand.
Take her hand.
She lowers herself slowly, deeply holding your gaze. Her hand is slight and warm, her touch delicate. As she rises up to her full height, the stench of death and excrement assaults you.
Let's not be unpolite here. Unfazed, you breathe deeply and ask her name.
She peers closely at you, a shrewd smile playing about her lips.
Ave de more de mergalach.
Stare blankly.
Never mind. I mistook you for someone else. I am Radica, and you must be here for the same reason as I.
She pats the bouquet at her hip.
But you're too late. These roses belong to me. Looks like we'll have to find some other way to keep you busy.
I can act like a retard here and pretend she's talking about some kind of a sexual thing. Let's ask about the roses.
Ha! As though you don't know. This is the one place in all of Reaper's Coast where blood roses actually thrive. I suppose you just stumbled in by mistake.
Tell her you did. You've escaped Fort Joy and are looking for a way off the island.
Disgusting how they keep our kind trapped here. We are the most powerful beings in all of Rivellon. Brachus Rex knew that, and he populated this cavern with the bodies of those who stood in his way. Our way. I can only imagine all the terrible ways he mangled them before he finally killed them. It must have been so extravagant.
Ask her to describe some of what she's imagined.
She draws closer to you. You feel the heat of her body next to yours.
I saw a skull over there. There were fine, very fine holes through every inch of it. Can you imagine how fine an implement he'd have used?
Go on.
And I heard rumors. He had a wand that could purge the source from whoever he so chose. He could collect the source and use it himself. Can you imagine it? Being so very swollen with the power of a myriad of lost souls.
Go on.
Her eyes lock with yours. Her lids are heavy. Her lips are moist.
I find you rather delicious.
Yeah, this is a trap. Swirl of intoxication travels up your spine and into your head. You set yourself straight and turn your face toward hers.
Come here.
She presses her lips to yours. Her mouth is soft, her breath sweet. She kisses you gently, then harder, her teeth raking softly across your tongue. Suddenly her breath sours in your mouth. It is rank, mouldering, thick with the taint of death. You try to pull away, but she is holding you tight and hard. You hear a low hum, getting louder. Before you realize what's happening, winged insects pour from her throat down yours. They ricochet around your mouth, a wet, buzzing mass, more by the second. Suddenly, all at once, they start stinging you from inside.
Turn away and start to retch.
She stands over you, smiling, and wipes her mouth.
It's just diseased.
There. There. Tell me, little girl, do you know why the soil here is so very fertile? Do you know why it's the only place in Reaper's Coast where blood roses grow?
Ignore her question. Scrape your tongue, pulling stingers from the inside of your mouth.
It's the corpses, darling. Blood roses only grow in soil rich with corpses. I'll need more roses soon enough. I already started with the last traveler who interrupted me. Come, let's make next year's harvest a real bounty.
Classic blood rain. What else? So she got 2 turns in a row, probably because she did a little bit of tonguing. Oh, we have friends here. Excellent. Doesn't really matter what they do, because they're the only opponents who are gonna attack here. They're also protected from backstabbing, so that's wonderful. Are they undead? Definitely not. They don't have any skills. They're probably fighters of some sort then. Backstabbing sons of bitches. I'm gonna pretty much do standard attacks. That's fine. I want to... No, I don't want to. We're just gonna do basic damage. It's not gonna amount too much, but I'll attack and save the extra point. But these are definitely undead. Yes. Don't think I want to use my heal on attacking this time. We need it.
I'll yield to none.
We have a shield that poisons the target that attacks us, which is terrible against undead. Probably cripple this one. Miss. Yeah, things are not going well for us. We can teleport around. Flatulated spit. Water damage. Attack her. No. We'll save the points then.
I'll yield to none.
I can't move the dwarf. There's a lot of enemies incoming. I need to be their target. Sure, I care to attack the bloody corpses though. Really need is some actual kills, so I need to attack something that others are attacking too.
Tear yourself.
Restoration. Probably damage. Yeah. Want to backstab something. It's a lot of curse power blood, you know. Why is decaying, causing characters take damage when healed? Duration 10 turns. Holy shit. At least the stun is gone. That's actually a positive thing. Is it from the bloody corpses? They basically bleed and die there. Let's go next to him. I doubt he can teleport twice in a turn. Or once every turn. Right. Are we in trouble? Slight trouble, but I think we're okay because we restore magic shield with health. Blinded, blinded, blinded. Right, unless Radek has some kind of a major spell up her sleeve, I think this fight is pretty much over at this point. Dominate mind, okay, that's might be a problem. Because she's our main damage dealer and she's doing low save, right, that's actually not a problem. One thing she doesn't do well is damage. What is this? Character will receive damage when caster gets damage. Well, I have no plans of going after her yet, so this is sort of pointless. She's using up my scrolls. And I'm diseased. I think I can probably heal that fairly easily. Ah, what to do, what to do, what to do. There isn't all that much I can do. I might be able to disable undead Medats, that's about it. Everything else is not really worthwhile. I could also get rid of the blood. Right. He used my tactic, caused me to suck the blood while I was in decayed mode. Still, that doesn't actually matter too much. Right. Last turn, with Lose under enemy control.
Glory is mine.
We are shocked and frozen. The enemy is sort of ignoring everything. So, not a good place to be, really. Still. Some knockdowns, some saving graces by removing the electricity. She's more or less just bombarding the shark to the ground and throwing water at us. Also, my turn never seems to come, so that's a problem. Right, armor restoration on full. Beast is in the worst possible situation, so yeah, it healed. Removed some of the status effects too. Right, we can actually heal again, so that's something. Also, if you could come here, that would be great. Our turn is definitely before him. Well, if Radeka is on her own, I think we won't have that much trouble anymore. gonna continue the attack water tactic. Blood in this case. It's a fairly smart thing to do overall. Right. I could place this. That would solve our problems. Oh, you're about to die. Can you suck up cursed blood? I can easily refight this fight, but I'm curious. We need to find ways to heal. Yeah, no problem. So it's pretty much full health for Sabille. To try to go after her. Doesn't really matter what we do, we just need to start putting pressure on her. How do I target him? Okay. Things are back under control. Time for you to die, witch woman. I just need to get close to her so she's pressured. Pressured, pressured, pressured. Yeah, she's not escaping anymore. Might have teleportation, but yeah, if she tries to move, I'll just get 3 attacks. Mosquito swarm. So she more or less just keeps attacking my armor, which is just a gigantic waste of time. She has to do it because that's the only goddamn thing she has still remaining. Yeah, she's gonna have a bad time now.
I'm ready.
Target is too far. What else I can do? Right, not bad. Got interesting there for a while. Let's do auto sort first. The way I might be able to find the items later. The other looting I can do. It's hard to target these. The target location is not where the thing is, it's outside the thing. That's a recipe poke, big one. Right, most of this is on remarkable crap, really. It's very hard to target for some reason. Anthropod leg. It's quite valuable. Definitely a crafting component of some sort. Okay, what else? Money, intestines, and books. We can actually loot these then too. Nope.
I'm not picking that up. I could try moving it.
Eyeball. Another anthropod leg. At least the leg drops are reliable. Meat and a tooth. Right, mostly crap, and Radeka had like a couple of good items. Some of them are probably quest related though, so they're not actually all that good. Or we can't hold on to them. Right. So what did we get? Blood Rose. A rare rose that grows only in killing fields. The crimson petals smell like putrescent flesh and filthy outhouses. It's +1 to all attributes for 10 turns. It's probably pretty much a gigantic waste to use it like this though. Redeka's Purging Wand. 4 out of 4 purrs is left. Infect. Don't think I have this. I don't really want to use it, but there's no harm in learning. Redeka's Thorn. Intelligence, Hydrosophist. It's basically the same wand I have, except better in every way. Forged from an ancient metal-like material, this wand is heavier than it appears. Carved along the shaft are glowing runes extolling the triumph of the mad sorcerer King Brachus Rex. Also, it has a slot. So slightly more damage maybe. But especially since it has +1 intelligence and +1 hydrosophist. I need to visit someone who can identify the one item, the belt I can't identify. Strength. Oh, it's a one-hand weapon. It's a more powerful axe. +25% cleave damage. What the fuck is cleave damage? I sort of like the ability to set things on fire. It's actually fairly reliable. Plus the 10% critical hit is nice. Warrior boots. Identical to these, a little bit different attributes. It's a minor upgrade. Get dodging instead of movement bonuses. Probably the best item. Knight's Promise. Wit's Scoundrel Earth Resistance. Great ring for her spiel. Wits and Geomancer. Yeah, more or less we exchange Geomancer, which we have no use for extra magic armor, 15% earth resistance, and +1 level in Scoundrel. And you don't have a ring, so good for you. Nice. Yeah, it looks like that's actually all of it. We'll get some sort of a reward out of this. Probably get more by simply killing Slane.
You see a glimmer of hope flicker across Slane's eyes as he notices your approach. It's quickly doused with a practiced scowl of the oft disappointed.
Have you brought it? Or am I to remain a slave?
Offer Radika's purging wand to Slane. Here's the thing, even if the Winter Dragon would have good gear, it would be like irrelevant in 2 or 3 levels anyway. So gear is rarely a good reason to do much in this game.
Slane rears back in eagerness, grasping the purging wand with razor-sharp claws. Before your eyes, the source from within the wand surges into his draconic form, filling him with a light so bright that you must shield your eyes from the glare. The blazing brightness dies down. Squinting, you now see no dragon before you, but the figure of a handsome lizard. A handsome lizard with the same eyes as Slane. His eyes still blaze, a piercing silver. A triumphant smile dominates his face as he bows extravagantly before you.
Slane, at your service.
Remark upon his sterling eyes. They are unlike any you've seen.
All like me have such eyes. With them, I see spirits. Not a blessing on this haunted island. You are lucky not to see the desperation that lies before me.
Tell him you were happy to aid him. No one should remain falsely imprisoned.
If everyone thought like you, this vile place would be little more than a sunny island. Perhaps before we are done, we can return it to such a state. Knowing such a steadfast and noble soul offers help to those in need gives me great comfort. I'd like to offer you the same. When you are truly at a loss, when you have no choice but to back down or perish, you will find safety in my shadow. This, I promise.
Ask what he plans to do now.
This is an island of many mysteries, of many horrors. I'll learn what I can. Perhaps there is some possible reprieve for the souls who suffer here.
Slane smiles at you and turns to leave. He takes no more than a few steps before he shimmers out of lizard form, blurring in midair back into a majestic dragon that soars away.
We got a tormented soul, small thunder rune, some money, Ward's armor. Finesse armor. Strength and Huntsman. I actually like the gloves a little bit. Their critical hit chance increased, and they're probably okay defense-wise. They're a little bit under our level. I think none of these are all that interesting, really. Actually, the sandals might be. Just increase mage armor and some earth resistance. It's not much, but it's a guaranteed improvement. Those are not it. Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah, the rest are not really useful. Only 60,000 for another level up, so that's never gonna happen. Better? Ah, for the pigs. Probably.
It is you!
Yeah, the Burning Pigs journal updated. Tell the big pig hello. It's good to see her again.
The feeling is mutual. I can't tell you how grateful I am for your kindness. Now I'm just trying to get used to life as a pig. It's not so easy. I never did enjoy truffles.
Ask how she came to be cursed in the first place.
Well, I can trace it all back to Brachus Rex, of course. Many of us opposed his reign. Few dared to speak against him, though. A few of us wizards took the chance, though. We figured if we spread the word of his deeds, we might encourage enough people to come together, find a way to take him down. But we underestimated the cowardice of our comrades. All we succeeded in doing was being branded heretics and brought to Brachus Rex's court. The results were horrifying. A double curse, turned into pigs and set aflame for eternity. I like not being on fire, so I don't want to complain too much about the pig part.
Ask if there's any way to return to her old form.
I'm not sure. I have prayed to Armadia, but she offers no answers.
Did she say Armadia? Tell her about the sanctuary of Armadia.
Really? There must be a shrine there. If anyone can restore me to my previous wizardly self, it's Armadia. I'm so grateful for this news. I'm going there now to seek Armadia's blessing. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna go there too. The fastest way would probably be to use the waypoint.
Thanks for sending me here. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? I've prayed to Armadia real hard, but I'm not sure it's done much good. Still, a wizard trapped in a pig's body. Any ideas?
Suggest she get in the pool.
Oh, what a grand idea! I'll try that. What's the worst that could happen?
This may serve.
You have heard my prayers.
What a miracle.
Well, hello. May you walk with Armadia.
Be welcomed, blessed Armadia.
Trader.
Grant these soldiers your protection.
Does she have anything all that interesting though?
pray you will
Could you
strengthen their
identify the
spirit
item?
and set their
Bell.
blades aflame. I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse may pass it. I
How do
pray
you,
see them safe. I pray this
Play
in
purchase
your name.
identification services.
I told you, lads. We'll be heading home in no time.
Can you purchase identification services? Ooh. Yes. Okay, how the hell does this work? She doesn't do it, that's probably how it works.
Ratiana, my newest and oldest friend.
Good armor,
My welcome.
good gauntlets,
is yours.
double physical armor, double magical armor.
Blessed Armadia, grant these
I think
soldiers
we
your
were going
protection.
to look into these
I pray you will
at some
strengthen
point,
their
but I'm not sure if
spirit
this is gonna be
and
the
set
point.
their blades aflame. I
Good work, son.
Two-handed weapons is a
so no
different matter.
curse may pass it. I pray
Is it
you see
acid?
them safe.
Life stealing.
Get those
pray
weapons
this
into
in
shape.
your
We'll
name.
need them. Aye, sir.
Poison. We could get a minor increase in damage, but that's it.
This may do some damage before it breaks forever.
Did you see?
Ooh, the shield is pretty impressive
This may
though.
do some damage before it breaks forever.
We could use 2 of these, in fact.
Blessed Armadia,
Almost
grant
double the
these
defenses
soldiers
compared
your
to our current
protection.
piece of crap.
I pray you will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame.
And it's unlikely we're going to
I
get
pray you
additional
will bless
level
their
ups
armor,
anyway,
so
so
no
this is probably the
curse
best
may
gear we can
pass
get.
it. I pray you
Told
see
you,
them
lads.
safe.
We'll be heading home in
I
no
pray
time.
this in your name.
Did you see? Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
This may do some damage before it breaks forever.
We should have pure treasure items too.
Blessed
It's enough for
Armadia,
this.
grant these soldiers your protection. I pray you will strengthen their spells.
Say hello and ask who she is.
Oh, I'm a wizard. And I was a long time ago, too. In between, I was a pig. And I was on fire for most of that time.
I pray
That's great dialogue.
It's a long story, but I think I'll leave it in the past and look to the future instead. Of course. Bye now.
Is it a wrap? Yes. Artifacts of the Tyrant, on the other hand, is not wrap. Hands, helmet, armor, boots. There has to be at least the
This one might serve, but
pants
not
part
long.
then. Leggings part. At minimum.
Gratia, my newest and oldest friend. Thank you.
I don't want to go hunting for the parts now, not when there are still genuine areas to explore.
We appreciate your hospitality.
It could be there.
Gratia.
Thank the goddess Armadia.
I'm pretty sure the game isn't gonna automatically throw me on the ship and sail away. It's gonna be some kind of a choice I need to make.
Blessed Armadia, grant these soldiers your protection.
Okay. Who the hell offers identification
My
services
thanks,
here?
friend. I would say I owe you my life, but I owe you so much more.
Did you see?
Divine blessings.
Garrett's back.
It's good to see Gareth safe and
He's
sound.
here to take us home.
Sneaking, lucky charm, dodging. It's fine.
Now that Garrett's returned.
Good for you. Not so much. Still, it's probably good for someone. You don't even have a belt.
I told
Right,
you,
we
lads.
got 2 shields, that's the
We'll be home in no
important
time.
purchase.
Did you see? Garrett's back. He's here to take us home.
Blessed Armadia,
Yeah, the shield
grant
does
these
about
soldiers
50.
your
Shield throw now does 50 points of physical damage.
I pray
The
you
physical
will
attack
strengthen
itself
their
does less than
spells
half that.
and set their blades aflame. I pray
This is
you
a
will
solid
bless their
shield,
armor, so no curse
but the
may
actual
pass it.
armors are much more preferable
I
than
pray you
the
see them safe. I pray this
Constitution
in your name.
edition.
But I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Right. Solid numbers. His magic armor is weak. Her both armor types are weakish. Probably because she gets the equipment after the two fighters get theirs. We have plenty of money, and we could get a lot of money from selling the equipment. At the same time, I'm not sure.
Grant these soldiers your protection. I pray
I'm not
you will
sure
strengthen
how
their
you should
spine
best invest
and
it.
set their blades
We
aflame.
don't want to spend everything. We're going to have to buy
I
skills
pray
and
you will
this
bless
a lot
their
of stuff
armor,
like that.
so no
But
curse may pass it.
just relying on equipment we find
I
could
pray
also be
you see them
troublesome.
safe. I pray this in your name.
I'm heading back to Dragon's Beach in the north.
The goddess's tears still.
He's here to take us home.
Leave things here, at the edge. We can see neutrals from this location. Further up north, and it should be close to the Shrieker location. Not quite. Here is some sort of area. Also, that's fire and blood there. Blood there. Don't think I've been here either. So 1, 2 areas probably before we have to even think about the Shriekers. Like to see what the neutrals are. Maybe mainly are they magisters or neutrals? Bear cub, tortured man, tortured woman, and a green guy of Yimit. Ah, decomposing. And a bear cub, right.